Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 9 races on Warroa Belmont Guineas Day at Belmont Park. We're expecting a sunny day around 20 degrees Celsius. I think the track will still be in the soft range, a soft 5, and the rail, it will certainly be at the true position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 11:53. It's the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Maiden over 1,400 metres and in replay. Let's go back a fortnight to the debut run of Western Rhythm.
He bear last of all, Mr. Delegator, Ruby Chino going equally as well on the outside. Well, they've come together. Racing 2 in front, Seminole Brave. Here comes Rapid Transit, though, with a timely run. It's the widest of them. Back behind those is Western Rhythm with 150 to go. And now on the outside, Seminole Brave hits the lead. Here comes Western Rhythm bursting through. Seminole Brave, Western Rhythm diving at it. Don't know if it got...
Looks like another good set of rides for William Pike on Saturday. He's got a very good strike rate with Brock Luthwaite. Hits at nearly 30% when he rides for Brock. And Western Rhythm is trained by Brock Luthwaite out of Serpentine. Thought it was a very good run first up behind Seminole Brave. Was only beaten by the narrowest of margins and was pretty slowly away. Really should have won that race. I think it's going to take a stack of beating from gate number 2. Western Rhythm for the Pike Meister goes on top. From number 8, Hula Hoops for Justin Warwick and Paul Harvey. They combined to good effect on Wednesday with a gamble in one of the midweek races. He's having its second run since its winning trial at Larkhill. His Hula Hoops was only just beaten by Heaven's Gift at Pinjarra in maiden grade. Went off favourite that day. I think he's the main danger here. Number 2 is Mr. Delegator. Now this horse comes out of the same race as Western Rhythm. Went round at $1.50 favourite that time. Was beaten a length and a quarter. Did get away quite awkwardly and was bumped as well, but really no great excuses there. I think Mr. Delegator goes in the minors. And then number 3, Jono for Neville Parnham and Chris Parnham. This horse has had the 3 starts, placed in his last one behind Cousin Ivan, beaten just over half a length. Top selection in race number 1 is number 9, Western Rhythm, to beat 8, Hula Hoops, 2, Mr. Delegator and 3, Jono. Race number 2 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:32. It's the Amelia Park Plate over 1,300 metres in replay. Let's look at this really impressive debut win of Rain of Fire.
He's under heavy pressure, losing ground near the rail. Then Rain of Fire going pretty well just behind them. Needs to get out around heels there. Had a bit of a bumping duel. Bragwell from the back of the field is making good ground. But Rain of Fire now gets through the opening. And in the twinkling of an eye, Rain of Fire burst clear. Stormed away here for Turner. Put up 3-4 lengths. Bragwell lasting impact and 1 in a breeze. Dynamite.
Very heavily supported to win the replay race was Rain of Fire. Ended off going $2.80 favourite, beat Bragwell by nearly 5 lengths. Posted the fastest sectionals all the way home. That was on a good fall. We might get onto a soft track on Saturday, but there's no debutants in this race, so there's no unexposed horses as such. And on what they've done thus far, unless something improves dramatically, Rain of Fire, even with the penalty of that 2 kilo for the win, I think he's going to take an absolute stack of beating. Goes on top from number 5, Callaroo for Chris Parnham and Daniel Morton. Now, Chris Parnham rode this horse 2 starts ago. His father's got a run in this race in Last in Impact, and he probably could have had a couple of other rides from other trainers as well. So I think it's significant that he goes back to Callaroo here. Was only beaten by 3/4 of the length last time out. I think he's the main danger. Number 6 is Isopoda, comes out of the same race as Callaroo. They went across the line together. In fact, they dead heated for 3rd. It was a big difference in their SP profile, $5 versus 100 to 1, but Isopoda's run there was certainly pretty good and draws an inside gate. And then the gear change for Miss Ivy League for Michael Lane. He's got 2 runners here. Both of them have got the blinkers on. Kira Yule rides Miss Ivy Lead from an inside gate, or gate number 7 anyway. And you'd have to suggest that horse is the first pick here. Was beaten 7 lengths by Rain of Fire in the replay race, but probably can improve with the blinkers on. Top selection in race number 2 is number 1, Rain of Fire, to beat 5, Callaroo, 6, Isopova and 2, Miss Ivy League. Race number 3 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:12. It's the Perth Racing at Home handicap over 1,400 metres and in replay. Let's go back to the last start win of Showmanship.
Goes up stylishly at the top of the home straight. They're two in front of Selimart, Grey Wolf and Megazone. Showmanship, Resort Man. They come to the 250. Showmanship on the outside hasn't moved Pike at this stage. He gives it a little dig now. Showmanship drops off Resort Man. He's got him done, and Showmanship is starting to put them away. 3, 4 in front now, coming away with a brilliant victory. Showmanship, Too Good, won it by 5. Great go for them.
There was a lot of nominations for this race earlier this week, but by the time they got to acceptances, they were down to 8, and the reason was that Showmanship probably scared most of them off. He was 5 lengths too good for Dart Prospect in that replay race. He sat pretty close to the speed. They went good tempo early. He continued on with it. I think this horse is a Group galloper, maybe a Group 3 level galloper. I don't think he's going to be absolute top level, but this 71 plus handicap in with 55.5 kilos, I think he's going to take an absolute stack of beating, and he'll go off odds on for sure. Number 6 on top. From number 7, Dart Prospect. Now, he was 80 to 1 in that replay race. He beat All Bar Showmanship. Now, he goes all right here at Belmont Park. He's won 4 out of 17. His course and distance numbers are pretty good as well. 2 wins and 3 minor placings from 6 starts. And if you forget the fact that he went round at 80 to 1 last start and just judge him on the effort, I think he's probably the main danger here. Not that I think there's too much of a danger to Showmanship. Number 3 is Fred Dagg. That comes out of that Black Ducati race on the 6th of June. Was beaten 4.5 lengths. Not really sure what to make of Fred Dagg at the moment. He steps back up to 1,400 metres. I think he can run into the minors here, but I don't think he's going to be any match at all for the odds-on favourites. And then number 5, Mr. Genoa, her 3rd last start in that Black Ducati race, beat Fred Dagg by 2.5 lengths, draws inside of him here. Look, this horse went round a short price favourite in the Country Championship race here at Ascot during the Carnival, 270. Got the job done that day, but hasn't won since. Top selection in race number 3 is number 6, Showmanship, to beat 7, Dart Prospect, 3, Fred Dagg, and 5, Mr. Genoa. Race number 4 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:48. It's the main event. It is the Warroa Belmont Guineas at listed level over the 1,600 metres for the 3-year-olds. And in replay, let's go back a fortnight and the Raconteur Stakes win of KC.
On KC, gave her a little dig at the top of the home straight, and she starts to hit the bridle now. But Laver Rod nursed at the 275, got away by 2 lengths to Platinum Bullet. KC, she's starting to finish full of running. So's also there Caragini Aurora. Laver Rod now being tested. KC comes at it. KC, Laver Rod fighting. KC keeps coming. Laver Rod, KC, great return. Great.
3 gallopers come out of the Raconteur Stakes. KC, Laver Rod, and Caragini Aurora, and it is mathematically impossible to make a case for anyone other than KC. Not only did she win that race off an unsuitable tempo first up, but she also goes up in trip. She's won over 1,800 metres, of course, at Group 1 level. The sectionals home was outstanding, and because of the conditions of the Raconteur Stakes and now the Belmont Guineas, she actually meets Laver Rod and Caragini Aurora significantly better at the weights. She is a moral as far as I'm concerned. She goes on top. I think the only danger may be something like Captain King, horse number 4 here, comes out of a Belmont Westbeat Platinum race, beating Position of Power. If you go back through Captain King's form, I know he was disappointing behind Indian Pacific, but prior to that, his form was pretty good. I mean, that Resort Man form looks pretty fine when you look back at the last couple of months here at Ascot and Belmont Park. I think if anything's going to cause a surprise, it'll be Captain King, but he is rated 68 and KC is 102. Then number 1, Laver Rod, and number 7, Caragini Aurora, but this should all be about the Kingston Town winner in KC. Top selection in race number 4 is number 5, KC, to beat 4, Captain King, 1, Laver Rod, and 7, Caragini Aurora.